you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. Overcomer SDHM, welcome into the broadcast this evening. Welcome in, welcome in. S. Monique joined, welcome. Hi, Miss S. Monique, come on in. Saivon, is that Pastor Cheryl? Pastor, how are you this evening? Pastor, I believe that's my pastor there. Let's see here. Yeah, Pastor Cheryl Hickman. Pastor, good to see you, Pastor. I hope you had a good service today. I pray that the Lord moved and that he used you mightily today. Okay, blessings to you. Graceful Purpose, good to see you. Graceful Purpose, okay. Hickson, my bad, I'm sorry. Hickson, okay. Grace for Purpose. Good evening, Grace for Purpose. Good to see you all. Come right in. Thank you, S. Monique, for inviting your followers. Thank you for sharing on Facebook. Would you all go ahead and share and invite your followers in tonight? We're going to be talking about the disadvantages of self-publishing, Amazon self-publishing, the disadvantages. Can I let y'all know right up front? There's not a whole lot of disadvantages to it, okay? Just to be honest, okay? Just Monique, just Mystique. I mean, I said it. Take the pen. Oh, I like that. Kind of like Jesus, take the wheel. Take the pen. I like that. Vanny 333. Good to see you, Vanny 333. Good to see all of you tonight. I'm glad to see you all in my class on tonight. We're going to get started here. Wow, I hope all of you all had a wonderful day today. Hope you had a wonderful day today. Let's go ahead and share out the broadcast. I'll get started here momentarily. Momentarily, okay? Momentarily. We're going to get started here so we can make this work. We're going to make this work here. All right, all right. I'm going to share it on my page here. Let me see here. Share the broadcast. I'll share it on Twitter, and then we'll get started, okay? We'll just get started. All right. There we go. I shared it on Twitter. Okay. I'm Dr. Fred Jones. My doctorate is a Juris Doctorate. That's a law degree, okay? I am a professor, I'm an attorney, and I'm an ordained minister. And I normally say I'm a best-selling author, but I want to put the minister part in there. I'm a professor, attorney, and minister. I've taught law more than 15 years. I started out as a business law and ethics professor. Then I focused on teaching intellectual property and copyright law at an undergraduate and graduate level as a professor. I'm a tenured college professor. I'm an attorney, United States Supreme Court attorney, admitted to the bar in Louisiana as well. As an attorney, I worked with one of the owners of the New York Yankees. I have also been a judicial law clerk for a judge right out of law school. I am an ordained minister. I was ordained by Jerry Malelli, MD, medical doctor, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Christian Life Fellowship. I'm a multiple best-selling author. I've published 5 books, and I'm the bestseller in all of those books. Hello, Pastor Tommy. Hello, Pastor. Good to see you. And I'm the president now of Publish Me Now University, and I am the host of Write Your Worth live event. Write Your Worth live event. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you, Pastor. Good to see you. I'm teaching on the disadvantages tonight of self-publishing. And I whispered in earlier and said there's not a whole lot of disadvantages. It's a pretty good... My last scope, I talked about the advantages of self-publishing on Amazon. Tonight I'm going to talk about the disadvantages. And as I did my preparation for this scope, I just didn't see a whole lot of disadvantages. Okay? So, friend, love the last scope. Thank you, thank you. Friends, here's the deal. I am hosting a live event called Write Your Worth 2017 New Orleans, November the 30th, December the 1st and 2nd, happening in New Orleans, Louisiana. And right now, you can get early bird registration is open. Thank you, Pastor, for the share. Thank you. Early bird registration open. Bring a friend, and the friend comes free. That's going to end in August the 31st. Early bird registration. Register now. Bring a friend free. Go to my website, drfredjones.com. /conference, okay? So, folks, I started writing and publishing books in 2003 and published my first book in 2006. And then in 2015, a little book that I had called Dr. Fred Jones Speak, Publish Me Now, became a #1 bestseller on Amazon. And I was able to speak, coach, and hold a live event, and I was able to match my college salary in 2015. I matched my college salary again in 2016. And after that, the beginning of this year, 2017, I was able to walk away and become a full-time paid writer, coach, and speaker, and that's what I'm doing now. Okay, I work with high achieving women. I work with ministers, women pastors. I work with women that believe in self-investing and who want to get their message out to the masses. My client is Babby Mason. I've been working with her, Jade Simmons, Isis Smalls. I could go on and on with the people that I'm working with. This is what I help my clients do. I want y'all to hear me well on this. And this is what I believe distinguishes my services from other people's services. Number one, I help you plan your book. That's the outline of your book. Many people don't work on that outline enough. As a result, their book does not come forth as with a clean process or a system. I help you, number one, to plan your book. Number two, I help you position your book. Hey, listen, there are 7.5 billion people in the world, a lot of noise in the world, but 3.5 billion of those people are online. And many of them are on Facebook and Instagram and Periscope, just like we are. You got to have something that distinguishes your message from the message of the multitude. Your message has to be distinguishable. So I help you position yourself so that you can distinguish your book. And that's the branding piece, okay? So number one, I help my clients plan their book. Number two, I help them position their book. That's the branding. Number three, I help them protect their book. So many people are busy creating products, courses, and so forth, and they've not learned how to protect their intellectual property. So I teach you how to protect your stuff. That's the legal part of the book, okay? And that part is very critical, because if it's not protected, then you go spend all these years and resources putting it together, and then poof, it's gone, okay? And so we don't want that to happen. Then we teach you how to publish the book, launch the book, and then we teach you how to profit from the book and get a return on your investment. Okay? All right. So everybody ready? Let's get started. I mean, I'm done with that. That's what I help my clients do. Okay? Now, that's what I help my clients do. So let's do a recap real quick. What is a POD? Okay, do I have my deal here? Hey, y'all know, y'all see this here? No offense now. No offense, okay? What is a POD? Somebody put it in the comment box. POD. Can I get POD in the comment box real quick? Okay, no offense if you get the no, okay? Okay, I'm not hollering at you, not screaming, so you don't get in your feelings or anything. It's just my way of interaction. Print on demand. There you go. Yes. Print on demand. Okay, that's a print on demand. POD is a print on demand. So, Pastor, how many books can you make an order? When you order your books print on demand, can you order one copy? Yes or no? When you print your book through a print-on-demand company, can you order one book at a time? Yes or no? Okay, Grace for Purple says yes. Yvonne says yes. Jim says yes. Okay, all right. So it sounds like we understand print-on-demand. Okay, so let me ask you this. Okay, true or false? Okay, and all I want is a T or an F. True or false? Amazon is a publishing company. True or false? Come on. Come on. Amazon is a publishing company. True or false? Just Mystique says false. Okay. All right. Pastor Shell says false. Grace for Purpose says false. She writes for God. I love that handle. Good. Jay Walker, false. Okay. Some of y'all been hanging around in my scopes, and some of y'all have been listening to me. Amazon is not a publishing company. Amazon is not a publishing company. What kind of company is Amazon? Can somebody put it in there? A, Amazon is a publishing company. B, Amazon is a print-on-demand company. C, Amazon is a distribution company. Is it B, is it C, or is it A? B, C, or A? Amazon is a publishing company. A. Amazon is a print-on-demand company. B. Amazon is a distributing company. C. Pastor says C. Lady says C. Jay Walker says C. Grace for Purpose says C. Just Monique say B, C. You better go, girl. You know you're doing the thing. She Writes for God says B. Vinny says B. Okay. All right. Y'all got that down. Y'all got that down. Bingham. Amazon is a print-on-demand company. Amazon is a distribution company. It is not a publishing company. It is not a publishing company. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Y'all ready? All right. So y'all kind of got that down. Okay. I'll ask you another question. We're just warming up right now. What is the interest? The interest that you own in your manuscript is called a what kind of interest? Okay? The interest that you hold in your manuscript is what kind of interest? Can someone answer that? I just want you to answer that one. You fill in the blank. And I'm not going to give you a word pool. I want you to fill in the blank yourselves. The interest you own in your manuscript that you write it is called a what kind of interest? What kind of interest is that you hold in your manuscript, in your book that you're writing? Come on, okay, good, okay, come on, good, good, hello, good, good, good. Sarita, Grace on me, good to see you, good to see you. That interest is called, what kind of interest? Y'all being a little, come on, don't be scared, don't be scared. Okay, come on, hello, what kind of interest, hello Sarita, good to see you. What kind of interest do you own in your manuscript, in your book? What kind of interest is that? Come on. It's a copyright interest. It's a copyright interest. And copyright is a form of what? Copyright is a form of what? Come on, you need to get this before we get started talking about printing a book and publishing a book. I'm going to talk about the disadvantages of publishing. Copyright is a form of intellectual property. That's right, Grace for Purpose. It's a form of intellectual property. Okay, so let's go. What are the disadvantages of print on demand? It's a form of ownership. That is correct. Copyright is a form of ownership, but let's drill down just a little deeper and say it's a form of intellectual property ownership. Okay? It's intellectual property ownership. Okay? Okay, let's go a little bit further. As a result of you owning copyright interest, what can you do with the copyright? Can you sell it? Can you sell that copyright interest? Okay? Copyright is intellectual property. Intellectual property is property of the mind and not the hand. Intellectual property is property of the mind and not the hand. As a result of you having this property, you now can do what with it? You can sell it. You can lease it. You can give it away. Or you can put it in your will. Okay? Do you understand that? Your writings, every writing that you make is intellectual property. Every sermon that you preach is intellectual property. Every video you make is intellectual property. So when you put your videos on YouTube and Vimeo, when you post on Twitter, when you post on Facebook, all the postings that you put out here on social media, when you post them, you give them away to the platform that you're posting them on. True or false? When you post your tweets on Twitter, when you post on Facebook, you give up your intellectual property. Is that true or false? She Writes for God says true. Okay, She Writes for God, I'll be back to you. I'll be back. Anybody else says true or false? When you post your intellectual property on Twitter, Facebook, and so forth, you give it away to them. You give up all of your rights. Okay, Tommy says false. Okay, Roslyn says false. Okay, Sarita says false. Jay Walker Henry says false. Gracie, She Writes for God. She Writes for God. She Writes for God. She Writes for God.
No.
She Writes for God. You don't give it away. You don't give it away. There you go. You got the no button, She Writes.
I said no.
Okay, She Writes for God. You don't give it away. You're not giving it away. It belongs to you. You're just giving them a lease. A license. We license that to you. Okay, I want y'all to understand something here. If these social media platforms did not have our content, if they didn't have the verbiage and the things that we're creating, okay, then guess what? They wouldn't exist. So I want you to think about this about Amazon. I want you to think about Amazon. Amazon gives you what percentage of royalty? On the high side, what percentage will Amazon give you? Amazon will give you up to 70%. So if you sell a book for $1, you get 70 cents out of that dollar for royalty. Okay? That is a huge royalty when you think about what you get from the traditional companies. For the traditional companies, the average is about 10 to 15%. After you get past all the expenses. And if you don't get past the expenses, you may not get that royalty. So what are some of the disadvantages of self-publishing? Okay, disadvantages of self-publishing. Number one, put a 1 up there and I'm going to give it to you. Number one, the disadvantage of self-publishing is you don't get an advance royalty, okay? No advance royalty. There's no upfront money when you self-publish, okay? It's possible to earn thousands of dollars upfront if you can get a book published with a traditional publisher. If you can get a deal with a traditional publisher, you can get a lot of money up front. Celebrities and well-known writers can earn a large, huge advance, like hundreds and thousands of dollars, but that's not typical. Okay? A modest advance of $5,000 or $10,000 is likely, yet it's still challenging to find a traditional publishing company that will publish your book and give you an advance when you are a what kind of author? A new author. If you're not proven, if you haven't been out there and are proven in the market, then the publishing companies are not going to want to give you an advance. So when you self-publish, you don't get an advance. There's no royalty there. Okay? Now, that's not all bad, my friend. That's not all bad. Because, see, here's the deal. You still can put your book out there, and if you got a big following on social media, a big following on Facebook, you got a big email list, or your congregation is a large congregation, then you have already a built-in audience that will buy your book. The main thing is that you put it out there in a way that it will be promoted and that they will be able to get it and buy it and then cause Amazon to want to publish your book more. The more reviews, the more buys, and the more buzz there is around your book, Amazon is going to push it out there more. Do you want to know why? They want their 30%. They want that 30%. Okay? All right. Although you're likely to earn much more money in the near future if your book is traditionally published, print on demand and ebook publishing can accrue a significant amount of money over a long term. Here's the deal. When you print your book yourself, you determine when it goes out of print or how long it stays in print. Okay? You determine that, not the publisher. Okay? The number two disadvantage. And remember, these disadvantages are not very bad. I mean, these are minor things. I mean, I'm saying they're minor. If you want to write your book and you got a social media, you got a great following already, then you can get the royalties and generate the income yourself. So no advance royalties. Number two, your book will not appear in the airport, okay? Number two, when you self-publish, it's going to be a bigger challenge for your book to appear in bookstores, okay? Book will not appear in bookstores when you self-publish. When you self-publish, traditional book publishing companies will get your books in stores and in the airport and so forth. But when you self-publish, it's more difficult to get your book in bookstores. Okay, so you don't get a royalty, and it's more difficult to get your book in bookstores. Your book is much more likely to appear on the bookshelves if you traditionally published. Okay, but top bookstores are not going to want to put a self-published book on the shelf if the book has not been what? Proven. If the book has not been proven. Your book needs to be proven, and publishers are in business to do what? Make money. They want to generate money. And as a result, they want a good book. They want something that's quality and excellent. And let's face it, folks, We know that you can publish a book free on Amazon, and a lot of people publishing free, but they're not publishing their books free of errors. Hello, somebody. Did you hear what I said? They're publishing free, but they're not publishing them free of errors. And as a result of error-written books, then it's causing people, it caused self-publishers to have a black eye. And as a result, oh no, yeah. And as a result, this degrades the quality of your book. This is one of the reasons why I tell people all the time, one of the things you need to invest in more than anything is your editing. The editing. Get your book right. Because if you just throw a book up on Amazon, an ebook, and it has not been properly edited, it has not been properly formatted, and it does not have a quality cover, all you're doing is publishing evidence against you. Come on, somebody. Come on. Put that in the comment box. I like at least 5 people to put in here. Publishing evidence against you. That would be my third negative about self-publishing. A lot of people publish evidence against their career. You're publishing evidence against your credibility when you don't write and publish your book right. Publishing evidence against you. You see what I'm saying? And that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing, my friend. So I want you to be careful about just putting your books out there. You might want to be in a hurry and get a book out. It's like fasting without paying, okay? It's serious. It's very serious, and you want to avoid that. You really want to avoid that, okay? All right? Now, let's go on to another thing here. Let me give you another aspect about writing and publishing books. If you're a celebrity or if you have an expertise in an area which you are writing, this increases your chance of getting published traditionally, okay? True or false? Publishers are like banks. They will loan you money if you can show that you don't need it. Publishers are like banks. They will publish your book if you can show them that you have a big enough following. I want you to think about the people that are being published on a regular basis. Think about the publishers. You think about the people, okay? I won't call names or anything, but there are certain, if you got a big television following, publishers will publish your book. If you got a big social media following, then you have something that will be attractive to publishers because they want to see that you are already moving your content and your material forward. And this is why you need to bring your A game when you put it out there. Okay? All right. Okay. All right. Now, here's the deal. Publishing your book through a traditional publisher, it can open up great opportunities for you, but I'm here to tell you that wonderful opportunity if your book is successful, and it makes it much more easier to get a chance for a second book, okay, if you publish traditionally. Now, if your self-published book is successful, you will also establish a fan base, many of whom will be looking for more books. And if you just published one book and you hadn't published 2 or 3 more, your audience is going to drop off because they were looking for more books to come, So number 1 challenge for self-publishing is you don't get an advance royalty. Number 2, your book may not appear in the bookstores beside the other books. Number three, when you self-publish through a print-on-demand company such as Amazon CreateSpace, when you self-publish with them, then there are some features that you may not have access to. Limited features, okay? You can put that in there. Limited features. Some features of a physical book are not currently available through CreateSpace. Limited features, okay? For example, in CreateSpace, you can't do a spiral book. Okay? CreateSpace only offers softcover books. I don't even think you can do a hardback book. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm almost 99% sure you can't do a hardback book on Amazon. There are limited features when you do that on Amazon, on CreateSpace, okay? And there are a variety of other ways, other challenges there, okay? No hardbacks. That's true, okay? No hardbacks. All right, okay. Number 4 disadvantages, okay? When creating, when writing, when printing on demand, you must produce your own content. Hello, Have a great lesson, okay? You need to create your own PDF files. When you print on demand or when you go print your book through CreateSpace, you got to come up with your own PDF files for your interior of the book and for your cover of the book. You have to design that yourself. You have to design that yourself. You just can't send the manuscript into CreateSpace and expect them to do it all. You do it on your own. And if you ask them to help you with those services, then they're going to charge you an extra fee. There's going to be a charge for that. Okay? So number 4 is you need to create your own PDF files and your PDF covers, okay? Number 5, the 5th disadvantage of self-publishing. And folks, as I said, I've said it many times here, there are not a whole lot of disadvantages of self-publishing. I'm a big advocate of self-publishing. I believe you should do it. You have to promote your own work when you self-publish. You promote your own work. You promote. You're your own promoter. Most publishers also expect authors to promote their own books, okay? You pretty much have to promote your own work no matter what, okay? One difference is that when you self-publish, you don't have to make promises to the editor in an effort to get your book published, okay? You don't have to make promises to them to get your book published. So I've given you 5 disadvantages to publishing your book as a self-published book, but those disadvantages are not very strong by way of advertising now. Many people are advertising through their social media outlets and through social media, through their email list, or through their built-in following. And as a result, that'll put you out there and you can promote and publish a book and really go far. I'm talking about disadvantages of self-publishing or print on demand. Number 1, you don't get a royalty up front. Number 2, your book may not appear in bookstores. Number 3, there are some limitations to what type books you can publish when you self-publish. Number 4, you have to create your own files, your PDF and your cover files. And number 5, you have to do your own promoting. You have to do your own promoting. Folks, that's why they call it self-publishing. That's why they call it self-publishing. Okay? All righty. Are there any questions you all have of me tonight? Greetings, greetings. Any questions you all have of me tonight? All right? I wanted to come in. I'm traveling. As y'all can see, my set is different. I'm traveling. I wanted to come in and give you this content. I wanted to just share with you all this valuable information here about publishing your books. And I wanted to talk about the disadvantages of self-publishing, which are not very, very many. Self-publishing is a great way to go, and I just want to encourage you to do that. Go either way, but it's one. Once you self-publish, can you later hire a publisher for the same book? What that answer? Yes, yes. But here's the deal: you don't want to hire the publisher. You want the publisher to come find you. You want the publisher to come find you. Now, you can pitch your book to a publisher, and you would hire them if they like what you're doing and your book is. You should do a Write Your Worth conference in San Francisco. Okay, all right. Well, we will keep that in mind. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. And speaking of Write Your Worth conference, would someone go ahead and put that in the comment box? Write Your Worth /conference happening in New Orleans, November the 30th through December the 2nd. And right now, registration is open where you can buy a ticket and bring a friend for free. Bring a friend free along with you. That's a phenomenal offer right now. It goes away August the 31st. It goes away at the end of the month. Back to the question that was asked. Here's what you want. A lot of books are self-published, and then after they're self-published, then the big publishing companies see the success of the book, and then they jump on board and make that book, and they'll sell that book. They jump on board and sell that book. Okay? So that's what you really, really want. You want the big boys to come after you have published that book. After you have published that book, you want them to come after you. Okay? I want to give y'all some more content. How about if I review how to protect the copyright? Would y'all like for me to review how to protect your copyright? Would you like for me to do a review, the proper way to the proper way to put a copyright notice. Okay, yeah, the proper way to put a copyright notice. Okay, let's do that. I did that teaching 2 or 3 scopes ago. Okay, all right, okay, we'll do that. All right, okay, the proper way. Okay, all right, yeah, all right, we'll do that. Okay, let's get started here. I want to do that. Okay, I want to do that. Okay. First off, I want y'all to understand this. Okay, true or false. Okay, I want you to understand true or false. You do not have to record nor give notice in order for your copyright interest to be protected. True or false? Write your word conference, New Orleans, Louisiana, November 3rd. Thank you. You do not have to register nor give notice in order for your copyright to be protected. True or false? I'm waiting. True. Anybody else? True. You do not have to give notice, nor do you have to record in order for your copyright to be protected. True. All of you saying true. All of y'all going down the same ditch? All y'all going down the same trip? That is a true statement. Okay? Now let's go to statement 2. You should give notice and you should register your copyright if you want to prevail in a lawsuit, in an infringement lawsuit, should you have to sue someone. True or false? You should give notice and you should register your copyright if you want to prevail against someone in an infringement lawsuit. True or false? True or false? T or F? Come on. Obtaining federal copyright protection is easy, okay? You must simply express your work in a fixed, tangible form. I didn't get any answers on that. Y'all, come on. Y'all know I'm listening. I'm looking. Since March 1st, 1989, when the United States finally signed the Berne Convention, a treaty established international protection for copyright owners. That's a true statement that I made. You should give notice and you should register your copyright. If you're serious about writing, if you're serious about your content, you should register it and you should always put notice on it. Stay with me. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, I'm getting fired up. Okay. The Berne Convention, B-E-R-N-E, come on, put that in there. Berne, B-E-R-N-E, Convention is a treaty establishing international protection for copyright owners. Copyright protection is international, okay? Copyright claimants need no longer include a copyright notice on their copy. You don't have to put the notice on your copy, okay? Nor do you have to register your work. But folks, don't let that fool you, okay? Because there's something called innocent infringer. Come on, put it in the comment box. Innocent infringers. Some people are innocent and they will infringe on your copyright. Then what? If you don't have a notice on there, what are you going to say? It's going to cost you in your damages. It's going to cost you in what you could recover in the lawsuit, okay? But it still makes sense to include the notice and to register. And it's still necessary to deposit one copy of your work with the Copyright Office, okay? Now, let's explore this. Let's look at the proper way to give a copyright notice, okay? Innocent infringer. That's good. That's good. Everybody ain't trying to take your work. Some people just innocent. Now, the copyright notice is also called a copyright legend, L-E-G-E-N-T. This is the thing that you want to put under the foot of your writing, okay? Is extremely important. Dr. Warren Wilcox II, good to see you, Dr. Warren. Come on in, sir. Okay, the copyright notice is extremely important if it's no longer required. It's extremely important if it's no longer required. It's extremely important. Do you want me to tell you why? If you publish your work without it, okay, if you publish your work without the notice, by the way, what I'm sharing is educational information and it's not legal advice. All this is business coaching and educational information, and you must seek an attorney for specific questions concerning your situation. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Okay. If you publish your work without it, a defendant in an infringement action can claim to be an innocent infringer who in good faith believed that a work wasn't subject to copyright. A good faith believer could believe that it wasn't subject to copyright. The innocent infringer can reduce the amount of damages that they may pay. Okay? When I say damages, you say money. In the law, the word damages means money. Okay? Damages means money. All right? So innocent infringer can reduce the amount of damages they must pay to the copyright owner. Damages is money. That's correct. Okay? That's correct. Now, a copyright claimant, if you are a copyright claimant, okay, let's just say if you ever want to file a claim against someone for copying your material, okay, you must register with the Copyright Office. You must register your work with the Copyright Office, okay? Now, A, B, or C. I need y'all to weigh in. A, B, or C, okay? Watch this, okay? I'm going to make this easy. A, B, or C. The cost of registering a copyright with the United States Copyright Office, the copyright.gov, is A, $35, B, $45, or C, $55. I need at least 10 people to vote, okay? A, B, or C. The amount it costs to register your copyright is A, $35, B, $45, or C, $55. Okay, I see 35. I see C. Sarita?
No.
Butterfly?
No.
Catherine and Jay Walker, you are correct. Those of you that said B?
Yeah, no.
Those of you who said C?
No.
Doctor.
No.
No, doctor.
No.
Okay, no, it's only $35. $35. I want everybody to put this in here. Copyright.gov. Put that in there right now. Doctor, no offense, okay? Are we good, doctor? Doctor, are we good? Doctor, are we good? Okay, doctor, we good. We good, doctor. Okay. It's $35. Type in here, copyright.gov. You should go over there right now. Copyright.gov. You go right there. There we go. Copyright.gov. You go there and you register your copyright. Okay? $35, folks. $35. This idea of not knowing or having to pay somebody a lot of money to copyright, C-O-P-Y, R-I-G-H-T. R-I-G-H-T. Pastor, you see, copyright.gov. You go there and you download, you open up your account, you put your email address in, and it'll walk you through the steps right over on the left side. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, and you just upload your manuscript and you pay on the credit card, and they'll say upload a digital copy. And then it'll take you about 9 months to a year before you get your certification back. Now, A, B, or C. Are you ready? Can I go a little further? The copyright registration protection is effective, A, immediately, B, after you get your certification back, or C, 1 year later. Is it A, immediately? Is it B, after you get your certificate back? Or is it C, 1 year later? Come on and vote. Come on, let the votes begin. When is the registration of your copyright effective? Is it A, is it B, or is it C? A is effective immediately. B is effective when you get your certificate back. And C is effective 1 year later. Dr. Warren.
No.
Butterfly.
No.
Dr. Warren?
No.
Okay, Dr. Warren, you must be new to my scope. It's A. You must be new to my scope, Dr. Warren. It's A. A, the moment you upload your manuscript into copyright.gov, the moment you upload that manuscript there, then it is effective. It is effective, okay? Okay, and then you wait and get your certificate back later. Okay, all right. Now, here's why you need to register. Are you registered? Why? I need you to just type in the word why. You got it. Good, sir, good. Type in the word why. Here's why you need to register, okay? Here's why you need to register. In order to sue the infringer, seeking registration also lets you sue for statutory damages. Okay? Now, I want you to put in here statutory damages. That's statutory. Statutory damages. Okay, put that in there. statutory damages. And all you need to do if you are to be successful on a suit against an infringer, you need to show ownership of the copyright. How are we going to show ownership of our copyright? We're going to show ownership of our copyright because we registered with the copyright.gov. We registered at copyright.gov. Got it? Okay, somebody else copy your material, put it on their website, selling it for whatever amount. If you registered, now you can sue for statutory damages. Now, what kind of damages? What are statutory damages? Do we understand what that word means? Statutory damages are the damages that are prescribed by law or by the statute. Okay? You got that? Come on. If you got that, say yes. Statutory damages are damages that the legislature or Congress say that an infringer must pay. And when you get statutory damages, you don't have to prove or show how the defendant harmed you or damaged your business. The law will provide a remedy or a fix for your problem. Are you with me? Are y'all with me? Okay? I hope you understand that. So statutory damages are like guaranteed damages. You get statutory damages, and I believe you also can get attorney's fees. You'll have to ask your attorney about that. Okay? That's it, man. Getting that's huge. That's the reason why you register your copyright. Even though you don't have to put the notice on there and you don't have to register to be protected, that ain't the best protection. The best protection, hello, ran in here. The best protection is the protection of the statute, okay? Now, all right, okay. In fact, including the copyright on every published copy of your work, Women in Purpose, that's good. Welcome in, Women in Purpose. Including the notice on all of your copyrighted material is very smart idea, okay? Okay, it's so important that if you license use of the copyright, you could be putting yourself in a vulnerable position if you license use of the copyright to somebody else, and then the third party infringes on it. You could lose the ability to recover. Okay, now. Okay, so let's get down now. So now, would you like to now let's talk about the proper form of copywriting. The proper form of copywriting, okay? Okay? Now, many people still get this mixed up. They still get this mixed up, okay? So let's start with the best form first, okay? Come in, type in the word best, okay? Type in the word best, all right? The best form. I want to start with the best and broadest form of copyright first. The best and broadest, okay? Here's the best and broadest form ever, okay? Now, here's what I want you to put, okay? Let's go ahead and get the copyright symbol, the C, okay? And you can either use the symbol or the word copyright, okay? So let's go and put the C, copyright, 2017, okay? That's what I want you to put, the copyright sign or copyright, 2017, and put wealthy woman, woman of worth. That's what we want to put, okay? Woman of worth, okay? Copyright symbol, 2017, woman of worth, all rights reserved, okay? Type that in. Type that in. That's one. I'm going to give you three. I'm going to give you three forms that are proper for putting notice on all your material. 3 proper legal forms. Okay? This is proper. Okay? Copyright sign, the year. Okay? Copyright 2017, Woman of Worth, all rights reserved. Yeah. Take the pen. Take the pen. I like that. Okay. Now let's put some caps in there. I would cap Women of Worth and I would cap all rights reserved. That's just a little semantic. It would look strong and good like that. That's it. Take the pen. That's powerful. Okay. Let's see the rest of y'all put it in here. Come on. Put it in. Put it in. Take the time to put it in. You'll really gain something if you type this in. The copyright sign or the word copyright 2017 Woman of Worth, then all rights reserved. Yeah, there we go. 2017 Woman with all rights reserved. There we go. Dell Foreclosure, Deltra, good to see you, ma'am. Mr. Dream Builder, good to see you. Okay, that's one way that is the broadest way. And when you say all rights reserved, you're reserving all of your rights, all of your rights. A second way, good to see you, ma'am, good to see you. A second way to copyright and protect. Man, we're reviewing the 3 ways to copyright material. You can type the word copyright 2017 Mary Smith. Copyright 2017, copyright 2007 Man of Worth, all rights reserved. That'll work, sir. That'll work. That'll work. Woman of Worth, all right reserved. That'll work. That'll work. Hey, Sarita. Sarita, you don't have the year in there. You gotta have the year in there. You gotta have the year in there, Miss Sarita. Okay, all right, let's get the year in there. All right. All right, so copyright, okay, 2017, Mary Smith, there we go, and Miss copyright, Woman of Worth, all rights reserved. There we go, J. Walker Henry, beautiful, 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 okay, all right, Tommy Norman, going good, all right. Now, here's the third way. Here's the third way, the third way, okay, the third way. Type in the word copy, C-O-P-R, period, capital C-O-P-R, period, 2017. You put the copyright notice, okay, and then you put the year there, okay, that's number 2, and then you put the name, Mary Smith, LLC. That is if you want to put the name of a company there. If you want to put the name of a company there. All right? Let's see how many of y'all can get that right. I know you can. I know you can. Let me see you knock it out. Okay? Knock it out. Copy, C-O-P-R-I, period, 2017. Okay? C-O-P-R, period, 2017. Okay? Woman of Worth. Okay? I should say Woman of Worth. All right? And that's it. So what you have to put on the copyright notice, copyright 2007, Janice Henry. That's it. That's it right there. That's it. Woman of Worth. That's it. C-O-P-R is just the R, not the I. Just we'll drop the I. C-O-P-R dot 2017 Woman of Worth. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. That'll work, folks. That'll work. Any one of those 3 notices should go on the foot of anything you do, anything you're writing, you should put that on there. Especially if you're going to send it off to an editor, or if you're sending something in for somebody else to review it, or if you are going to be sharing your manuscript with somebody in any form, you should have those notices on your manuscript. Okay? What's the second one? The second one was, the first one was copyright 2017, Mary Smith, all rights reserved. That's number 1. The second one was copyright, just type out the word copyright, put the year in there, 2017, Mary Smith. That was the second one. Copyright Mary Smith. Okay? All right. Those are the 3 ways that you should put notice on your paper, that's 3 ways you should put information. Those are the 3 ways you should give notice. Now let me ask you this. If I post on Medium, for example, should I add the copyright wording too? Medium, if I post on Medium, you know, when you're putting posts on, I take it that Medium is a social media post of some sort. It's a digital platform. You can, and I would say you should. Yeah, if there's a way that you can, you can and you should. I would suggest that you do. Okay, I would rather be safe than sorry. Okay, so my answer to you would be yes. I'd rather overdo than underdo. Okay, all right. Okay, if you're wanting to protect it, However, can I give you a tip? A great way to protect your comment. I'm putting it on everywhere now. Okay, all right. That's good. I mean, you can't go wrong. I believe you should put your name on everything that you're doing. You know, you should put your name, everything that belongs to you, your name should be on it, okay? Everything that belongs to you, your name should go, you put your name on it, okay? That's very, very important. Any questions tonight? That's all I have. I just wanted to do that. What topics would you all like to hear me teach on, okay? What topics would you all like for me to hear me teach on? I like teaching, and I'll be more than glad to take up some topics and teach on some specific topics that y'all might have. Okay, is Fiverr good to use for proofreading and editing? I have used Fiverr. Is it good? That's just, it all depends on you, ma'am. It all depends on what you want to do. Or is it good? It's economical. Fiverr is easy, is cheap. I mean, you know, it's not very expensive. But editing and proofreading, you have to be careful with that, though. Okay, here's a good answer. Be careful with Fiverr if you got people editing and proofreading your stuff, your material, and if English is not their first language. If English is not their first language, then that can be a challenge. Okay? Topic, outline structure. Oh, tell you what, you motivated me to write. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge. Thank you. Outline structure. You want me to teach on outline structure. Let me tell you about outline in a book. I believe that your deepest pain points are your highest paying points. If you're writing nonfiction, all of my coaching is about nonfiction books. I don't do anything with fiction. Okay, now watch this. Your deepest pain points are your highest paying points. So when you share your pain, you make your pain pay you back. Okay, so what am I saying there? What I normally do with people when I work with my class, and I say that again, your deepest pain points, the deepest challenges you ever had in life, your deepest pain points have the potential of being your highest paying points. So when you share your pain, you make your pain pay you back. So what I do when I talk with writers, I say, give me your 12 darkest days. Yeah. Your 12 darkest days. If you're writing your first book, I like to encourage people when they're writing their first book, tell your story. Because if you're writing the book to be I know this is true, if you're writing the book to be a speaker or a coach or a consultant in some way, if you're writing the book to be that kind of a resource to people, then they're connecting to you. They want to know you. They want to know who you are. And when they want to know you, they want to feel your pain. They want to know who you are. You have to connect before you can collect. Especially if you're writing for business purposes, okay? And when you do that, I like to tell people to give me your 12 biggest challenges. Your 12 biggest challenges. You don't have to do 12. You could do 6. You can do 7. When you look at your 12 or 6 biggest challenges, then tell that mini story. And from each one of those challenges that you overcame, connect before you collect. That's correct. For each one of those challenges you overcame, then boom, there's a principle there. And then from that principle, then there's a process. And from that process, then you got enough information there to make a chapter. Okay? So I would like to say, outline, if you're telling your biography, writing your story, your outline goes on the things that you have overcome, the things you've overcome. Is there another question before I go? Hey, listen, I want to encourage all of you to go ahead and register for New Orleans. Man, we're selling. That event is, my team is all fired up, and people are registering. We're getting people registering almost on a daily basis. Should we lead with transparency? Let me just tell you, transparency works today. Transparency is the new prosperity. Transparency is the new prosperity. I've been through a lot, and I want to come back with more in the second book. Yeah, hope positive. Hope positive. I would suggest probably from based on what you just told me, ma'am, I don't know your book, I don't know your story. Do you have to have permission to include court cases? Ooh, that one is technical. Let me come back to that. Copy your question and bring it back. I want to talk to Hope Positive. Hope Positive. Let me say this. I would rewrite my first book. If you wrote your first book and you want to write a second book, and if your first book was about you, you have me thinking to put all in one book. That's just it, right there, right there. That's exactly what I was about to tell you. I would rewrite the first one, but I would restructure it, and I would really put it together as a roadmap. Okay, there's one of the ladies in my academy. She's writing a book entitled Behind Closed Doors, a roadmap for anyone to recover from sexual scars. Miss Catherine Jones, are you in the scope right now? Miss Catherine Jones, are you here? She's writing a book, a roadmap for anyone to recover from sexual scars. Listen to this, folks. Your struggles that you were, yes, she is. See, right there, that lady right there, Miss Catherine Jones, she's writing a book entitled Behind Closed Doors, a roadmap for anyone to recover from sexual scars. You see that? Let me tell you this. Your struggles that you have been successful through are the secrets for someone else is a system for someone else to overcome. Your struggles are someone else's system. You follow me? You follow me? So that's a huge thing. So Hope Positive, I would put that together and really crank that book up so that it'll help somebody else. By the way, I need somebody to write this in. I need somebody to put this in. Every book should solve somebody's problem. Every book should solve somebody's problem. Every book should solve a big problem. So tell your story in a way that is somebody's solution. Okay, someone talked about court cases. Court cases can be put in books. Number one, if someone went to court, court is public. When you go to court, that's public information. That's public knowledge. That's going to be in the records at the courthouse. So if a court case has been adjudicated and somebody has been found guilty, not guilty, or they had to pay damages or so forth, if it was a civil case, then sure, you're free to write about it. You're free to write about it. As long as there's no prohibition from the court. Nothing helps people more than realizing they have not alone. I wish you could write that again. Do you need to have permission to use court cases? I'm writing a book. Okay, every book should solve a problem. Yeah, there was something that came in earlier there that I missed. Every book should solve a problem. Every book should solve a problem. Is there another comment, another question before we go? Another question before we go. Okay, every book should solve a problem. Marriage of God. Hi, Brenda. Yeah, okay. Every book should solve a problem. Okay? All right. Folks, I just want y'all to know that as women of faith, as an audience of faith, women of faith, the men of faith, and I say women of faith because women are my primary audience here. I want you to know my book is about my sister's murder, but 24 years later, they are retrying the case. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm sorry to hear about your sister. Sorry to hear that, okay? And I pray God gives you grace. I pray God gives you grace. And I pray the court case come to a quick resolution, Ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. Copyright and writing is intellectual property. You are, as people of faith, you are originators. You are originators of content. And many of you get that content from God. God downloads things to you. You have these thoughts, ideas, and visions and dreams, and you're doing all you can to keep up with all of that. I want to tell you to put it on paper, put it in writing, and begin to write your worth. That's basically what I'm saying. Write your worth. Okay? All right, New Orleans, Louisiana. Can I get two people to put drfredjones.com/conference? Go over and check out my conference. Babby Mason is going to be there. Yes, for real. That is so true. Dr. Brenda Stratton is going to be there. Isis Small is going to be there. My pastor out of Baton Rouge is going to be there. Pastor Mark Ellis, United Christian Faith Ministries, is going to be there. And we got some other people going to be there. I got some other attorneys that's going to be joining me down in New Orleans. Folks, it's going to be a phenomenal gathering, okay? drfredjones.com/conference. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you for posting that up for me. Yo, it's going to be a great event. You're not going to want to miss it. I'm going to be talking about 4 things down in New Orleans. I'm going to be talking about pen, write the book. I'm going to talk all about some writing, protect. I'm going to get into the legal aspects a lot deeper than I'm going here. Publish. I'm going to talk about launching your book, becoming a bestseller. Why is it important to become a bestseller? And then I'm going to talk about profit, how to build a business around your book. I can't give any guarantees on how much money you'll make from your book, but I can guarantee you this. If you'll work hard and promote your book, and if you got a good message, then people will follow it. Okay? People will follow it. And so I want to encourage you all, drfredjones.com. Ease on over and check out my conference page. It's going to be a phenomenal event, and you're going to want to be there right now through August the 31st. You can bring a friend for free. Bring a friend for free. I'm excited about it. Registrations are going strong. Okay, any questions before I go? Anything you all would like for me to teach on in the future? I'm about to close out now. I'm closing out. Okay? I'm going to give you a few seconds to answer that question. Give everything a few moments to pop up. It's good seeing you all. Thank you all for coming into the scope tonight. Thank you all for coming into the broadcast tonight. I wanted to just drop in and share with you tonight. Okay, how to find a lawyer. What kind of lawyer are you looking for? Okay, number 1, you can call the Bar Association. Call your local bar association. Okay, state bar of wherever state you're in. Number 2, ask a friend. Ask a friend, okay? Ask a friend. Number 3, ask another attorney that you know, trust, and like that may not be handling the kind of case that you, entertainment, intellectual property. Okay, I need you, marketing mistakes. Ooh, marketing mistakes. Ooh, Catherine Jones says marketing mistakes. Okay, entertainment. Ma'am, you should look up Rachel Johnson. You should look up talent attorney. Talent attorney. Look up talent attorney. Okay, she's right here on Periscope. She's in California, but she can work all across the country. Talent, T-A-L-E-N-T, attorney. Look her up here on Periscope. Her name is Rachel Johnson. She's called Talent Attorney. She'll be real good for you, Lori. She'll be real good. Yeah, marketing mistakes. Marketing. I'm hearing marketing, okay? Anybody else? Anything else you would like me to touch on? Okay? Marketing. I'll look at that. I'll look at that. Marketing your book. Marketing mistakes. I'm going to run. It's been good talking with you all. Y'all have a good night. Remember, don't write your book and publish it wrong. Go to drfredjones.com and we'll help you do it right. Good night. Blessings. Education attorney. Education attorney? Oh, what kind of education attorney? Tell me more about education attorney. Tell me a little bit more about that. Okay? I want to help you. Good night. Good night to all of you. Good night. Education. Tell me a little bit more about that education attorney. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking me there. Malpractice. Malpractice in what area? Medical malpractice? What kind of malpractice? What kind of malpractice? Be more than glad to help you. What kind of malpractice? Finding an agent. I would say talent attorney as well. Talent attorney. She's here on Periscope. Look her up in the little search bar. Talent attorney. Look her up in the search bar. Malpractice. Here again, I would contact the Bar Association, number 1. And then number 2, I'd ask a friend. Number 3, I'd ask another attorney. Wrongfully kicked out of school. Okay, that's a civil lawsuit. That's a civil lawsuit. And, yeah, Yeah, you need to seek. That's outside of my area, ma'am. I don't have any contacts, resources in that area. I would call the bar association. Yeah, that's what I would do with that one. Okay, and wish you well. Sorry to hear about that. I pray it all works out well. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good night. God bless you. Bye bye.